Alright, let's talk about Season 3 of the Kominsky Method. Spoilers, by the way. Now, this one is a very interesting season. I think the show went on a high note for what is, overall a very strong series in general. Opening the season with the loss of one of the main character, Alan Arkin's character Norm, was a bold move. But to me, the thing is, this show was only on for 3 seasons. This is not some weird shark jumping moment. This is something that feels like it was planned to be part of the show from the very beginning. The show had 3 seasons, very short, a total of 22 episodes. And it feels like it's there to cement the show's themes about aging and grief and loss. And I think it does it effectively, while still keeping the character a part of the show in spirit. The character is left. Because here's the thing, this show, before I sat down and watched the show, I assumed it was going to be a show that was equally about Sandy and Norman, but it turns out this is more Sandy's show. His name is the title. It's the Kominsky Method. This is Michael Douglas' show. He gives an excellent performance, by the way, as does pretty much everybody here, but it was always meant to be a show about Michael Douglas' journey as an aging actor and, dealing with acceptance and trying to, live out his dreams late in life, which he eventually gets to do in the final episode, which has the jumps in time, showing him doing his Netflix film, eventually going on to win his Emmy for the film, and it's really nice to see. But this season did a lot of interesting stuff, We got some major cast changes, getting rid of 2 main characters, Norm, of course, and also Lisa, Sandy's on-again, off-again girlfriend, who was a character who, I don't know if it was totally pointless, but maybe kind of just felt like it was there, just kind of for the sake of having another main character, and was never one who was fully fleshed out and developed. But it is a little sad that they never even referenced her at any point during that season, but what can you do? But we also have the addition of 2 new people added to the main cast. You have Paul Reiser as Martin, and then you have Sandy's ex-wife, Roz, played by Kathleen Turner. Both give really strong performances, particularly Paul Reiser. That one monologue he adds towards the end of season 2, just going in front of the acting class, discussing all his concerns about aging and a fear of death. It's really just so well acted, so moving, so powerful. It's the best performance I've ever seen Paul Reiser do in anything. It's just so good and raw and real, his performance here as Martin. And then, like I said, Kathleen Turner playing Sandy's ex-wife, Roz. Another really good performance, which is a little bit more subtle, you can say, kind of reserved person, but there's just this life and energy and just realness that she brings to all her line delivery. It's interesting to see her and Sandy rekindle a friendship, bond over, being a part of their daughter's life. Sarah Baker also gives, a good performance throughout the series, and she's a very interesting character. But I do like the way the show does kind of deal with the idea of family. It starts off with one thing, with him having, Norm as kind of his family, and he has Lisa. But then it's like, family can come in a lot of different forms. His new son-in-law, Martin. And he can have, Roz back as part of his family. Eventually, in the final episode, her character is gone too. She's someone who passes. But she's still a part of the show and still a part of his life, and it kind of shows that there's a certain value in their marriage. Even though it's not something that worked out, it's like it still had a meaning and impact on him and his life. So it's just really interesting and impressive all around. It's the kind of, season that feels a bit risky just with all the big changes, but they were able to make it work so effectively.